Horror films have always fascinated me. There's something so intriguing about why the unnerving feeling generated by this genre is so addictive. Why do we enjoy scaring ourselves? The adrenaline, the thrill of sitting there holding your breath, waiting to be absolutely jump scared into oblivion. Today we'll be looking at a few examples of more of a shorter style of horror film. Over the past few days I've been exploring the scary side of YouTube, making sure that I'm not able to get a wink of sleep, terrifying my brain and causing my heartbeat to enter 1.5 speed mode. In this video I'll be taking you on a journey through the short films that stood out to me the most, so sit back and relax as we dive into this petrifying world that we all know and love. This short film opens with a long shot of a house. The atmosphere is quiet, lonely. The camera cuts to the interior of the kitchen, with what looks like a living room just to the left of the shot. As the camera slowly zooms, the protagonist creeps in from the corner. A mini jump scare, ending the tension with the lights being flicked on. It gives us as the viewer a sense of assurance, the lights are on and we can relax. Or can we? This sequence is interesting, because the jump scare is not how we expected. The shot before is interesting as it makes us believe that the malevolent is going to come from this dark room on the left. It makes us believe that this room in the background has been left in shot for a reason. However, this is ultimately not where the doppelganger ends up being. I say jump scare, but this shot isn't necessarily loud. The glitchy music plays behind it, making it more unnerving. The doppelganger stares into our soul as the music gets progressively eerie. As the camera cuts back to the protagonist, and then ultimately back to the window, all that's left is a dusty handprint. We know something was there, but at least it's outside, right? Contrary to the last scene, this scene starts with a shot of the time, instantly telling us as the viewer that something is about to go down. It's dark and quiet, but the protagonist is awoken by something. Terrified, she hides under a blanket, transitioning the film into a POV shot. There's something so creepy about being thrown into the protagonist's shoes. All we can see is the linen over our eyes. The true horror of this segment comes from what we can hear. The next sequence in this short film creates a feeling for me that I've never really felt before. The horror is in what we can hear. I'm going to stop waffling and let you listen for yourselves. This short film starts with a long shot of the protagonist, sitting at his desk, in the dark with just one strip of light illuminating him. Multiple shots of information and sticky notes scattered around his desk and the walls indicate that this person has been studying for a very long time. The alarm beeping, indicating that it must be getting late, and judging by what happened in the film before, we all now know what happens after dark. The constant alarm beeps that follow build tension. The character's breathing starts to accelerate and the shots zoom in to get closer and closer, more claustrophobic, until the character slowly falls asleep. Saved by his alarm, he wakes up with relief, sighing and wondering what in the hell just happened. The jump scare, similar to the one we saw in the last horror film, does not come with loud music or a sudden bang. Instead, the absence of music is what makes it terrifying. The whispers alongside those piercing red eyes spears the viewer in their soul. We are no longer hiding behind the screen, we have been found by this demonic entity. Nowhere to hide. They are looking straight at us. The relief we feel with the protagonist as the alarm beeps and snaps us out of this horrific nightmare is unmatched. This short horror film is part of a longer form video called 2-Sentence Horror Stories. It starts with a shot of Sarah on her laptop in her quiet room. Her mum calls her name and she walks towards the stairs, down a dark hallway. As the shot switches to the floor below, her mum drags her away. The realization hits when she says,
"I heard it too."
The shot flicks back at the stairs and the entity crawls its way towards us, screaming in our face. The music crackling and glitching, and the name Sarah slamming into our eardrums. As the two protagonists hurl themselves into the room to take cover, we aren't even given a sense of relief. Sarah is hurled into the closet and the mother races to the door to provide some cover. However, 2 clicks into dialing 911, the entity blasts through the door, brutally slaughtering the mother in front of Sarah without a second to waste. After not being able to find Sarah, it runs back into the hallway. Sarah emerges from the closet to assess the situation, and what follows is the most blood-curdling sound design I've ever heard in a horror film. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you've made it this far, then why not leave a like? It means a whole lot more than you could imagine. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Ciao.